It was on Diwali that these workers were trapped in the tunnel, the Silkyara tunnel that was under construction. After Dev Deepavali, that's when they have managed to be rescued. A really long and traumatic experience for all of them, but we'll take you through the entire timeline of events, a day-by-day update of what happened from November 12 to November 28. At 5:30 on November 12, that's when the under construction tunnel collapsed and these workers were trapped inside. In fact, in the first few days, the initial report suggested that 40 workers were trapped. It was only a little later that they figured that it was actually 41 workers. But many also saying it was providential in a way that it was Diwali. There could have been a lot more workers inside that tunnel working on that under construction tunnel. Because of Diwali, the number of workers working were less, and that's also in a way providential. The first day, they managed to figure out that they were trapped and the rescue operations by the state started. Day 2, that is November 13. That's when they managed to reach out to them through the oxygen supply pipe. The pipe that was supplying oxygen to that area, they managed to reach out to them and establish communication. Day 3, that's when steel pipes were also brought in and also food material was being given to these workers. Day 3 is when also some workers complained of headaches. Remember, we have seen that the NDMA also, as well as the Secretary of the Ministry of Highways, had talked about how some of the workers were even being given antidepressants. Remember, even though the area, the under construction tunnel, the area they are trapped in, that entire area is probably 2 kilometers long, but they are completely away from sunlight. And given the circumstances they found themselves in, some of them even needed antidepressants. Another area of concern was that the debris increased because a little bit portion of the tunnel also collapsed, making the rescue work that much more difficult. Let's now go on to day 4. The first drilling machine did not yield the results that many were expecting. And that's also when the demands for the American auger machine were first made. In fact, there was a platform that was already created on day 4 for that auger machine. But because of a landslide, that platform too collapsed. Day 5, the drilling machine was assembled and installed on the platform, and this machine started working only after midnight. On day 6, rescuers drilled through 24 meters of debris, a 4 millimeter pipe. Many of those were inserted through this tunnel. And while laying the 5th pipe, a stone came in the way, hampering the rescue operation. Another auger machine was airlifted from Indore, and NHIDCL said that a big crack had appeared in the tunnel. And that's why the operation was immediately stopped. Then on November 18, the drilling of the debris had not started, and the vibration generated by the American auger machine, there was worry that that could lead to more debris falling. And as a result of that, there was a worry that it could further endanger the lives of the trapped workers. And that's why they decided 5 plans would be worked on simultaneously. Now, this was something that Nitin Gadkari also spoke of. He said that the immediate need was to make sure that the workers were fine and that they were rescued. The focus was essentially on the rescue. There were questions being asked about whether the norms of building the tunnel were violated. But Nitin Gadkari said that this is not the time for it. There will be an investigation, and till we do not get access to the workers and they're not rescued, questions related to the investigations were pushed ahead. On November 19, drilling work continued to stay suspended. and Nitin Gadkari arrived on the scene to witness firsthand how the rescue operations were taking place. That's when he also said that horizontal boring with the auger machines seemed to be perhaps the best option to get the workers out. He also said that he expected the timeline of rescue to be at least 2 more days. November 20th, Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke to the Uttarakhand Chief Minister and reviewed the progress. Rescuers laid a 6-inch wide pipeline, and that's when food was delivered, water was delivered, but also other essentials like clothes and hygiene products were delivered through this pipeline. But the big relief for the families first came on November 21st. And that's when they actually got to see their loved ones on camera. That's when the camera actually got the footage of what these workers looked like. And that was, in a way, a big relief as well, because people knew that they were fine. Of course, fine given the circumstances they were in. So yes, there was an attempt to make sure that their morale is kept high, that they are eating food as advised by the doctor, given the conditions they found themselves in. On November 22nd, horizontal drilling of steel pipes reached about 45 meters, and just 12 meters from the distance, the drilling was stopped again. And this time because some iron rods came in the way of the auger machine. November 23rd, the drilling is delayed again due to the iron rods which were removed. The rescue work resumed after that. Boring had to be stopped again after cracks appeared on the platform on which the drilling machine was sitting. November 24, the shaft and blade of the auger machine gets damaged and it is stuck in the rescue tunnel that is being built. The day after, BSNL sets up a communication line, which means a landline is made available so that these workers can talk to their family members. Very important to make sure again that their morale is kept high. Then on November 26, a plasma cutter is required to take out the damaged part of the auger machine. Parts of the broken auger machine are then removed, and this is so that manual drilling can be made possible. On November 27, we're on day 16, and that's when a call was taken that rat hole mining experts will be pressed into service. So the final stretch of drilling would be done with the help of manual labor. And this is the stretch that perhaps was something that everybody was watching for, waiting for, to see that at the end of this under construction tunnel, that part of it had collapsed. There was really light at the end of this tunnel. And after that, the rat hole mining experts who arrived on the scene, there was in fact a 12-member team. They began the process of manual drilling and the excavation for the last 10 to 12 meter of the debris. And through that, pipes were finally inserted, with the help of which these trapped workers, 41 of them, were rescued. Stay with the Times of India for news breaks, analysis, interviews and events. We bring you stories from your neighborhood and from across the globe as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the like button and press the bell icon so you don't miss any of our videos.